Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading for the 28th of February until the 8th of March 2026. And as always, it's going to be general, so if something doesn't resonate, just let it go. And always use your own intuition with these cards as well, your own discernment, okay? Whatever I suggest is just a suggestion, of course. So let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, our higher selves, and also any animal, ancestral, or dragon guides that you may be working with at the moment are most welcome. Let's have a look here, Cancer. We'll see what's going to... Okay, that one, something flipped there. Two cards flipped. We'll just... Oops, bear with me for a minute. Oh, let's just put those there. Wow, the Emperor. Okay, Cancer, you are a cardinal sign, and it's not surprising that you have the Emperor come out here. Seven of Cups as well. Okay, let's grab some more cards. Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. We're also going to get some cards here for something that's happened recently. Alright, grab a couple here. So, I have a feeling here, Cancer, that I think you're feeling into your power at the moment, and I have a feeling that at your disposal you have a number of different talents, gifts and abilities in the areas of, which could be any combination of the areas of, or just, you know, of spirituality, creativity, maybe an art form, you know, maybe even your intuition as well. And maybe you are overseeing you're taking a look at your whole soul at the moment. You know, maybe you're just going, well, I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. And, you know, maybe you're saying, well, you know, you could be good at any of them, Cancer. You are more than likely building, you are restructuring things or enhancing the structure that's already there in your life in some way. And there are either options open to you, or there are distractions, things that are distracting you. And maybe there's a bit of both going on, okay? And maybe this is almost like if it's a newfound Emperor energy coming up within you, you know, it makes sense that there's going to be, you could be getting distracted by things, but on the reverse side, you know, of course, you're going to have lots of options open to you. An underlying energy, this could be like your higher self or the subconscious. Is that maybe there's something about you here that you could be doing to nurture yourself, and you're not, perhaps you're not seeing it as yet, or you don't want to see it for some reason. Yeah. This is a very nurturing card, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we might come back to that in a moment. Something's just happened recently. You have here the Emperor again. Sovereign cohesion. So we just mentioned that, you know, you're probably feeling into your inner strength. There's something about your Cancer, your wisdom, or really center, something in your center. I think you're really centering yourself in your energy at the moment. Okay. You also have the Five of Wands, which, you know, this is talking about harmony in adversity. So I think just recently also what's happened is that you probably actually transmuted a lot of low vibe stuff within you and around you, and you are utilizing all of you're utilizing You're transmuting the low vibe into the high vibe, basically. Okay. Harmony and adversity, yeah. So you're taking all of that hard yakka stuff and, you know, and all of your experiences, talents, gifts and abilities, and you're kind of creating something new here. You're building, you know, you're building something out of the pain, you know, if that resonates. Out of difficulty, out of challenge, out of adversity. You're parting the clouds and coming through the clouds, okay, if you want to put it in a visual. And this is the 10 of Wands, which is saying here, return to the mother tree. So you're returning to source. This is like just what we said about all of that adversity and challenge. You've moved through the hard work. Okay, this is the 10 of Wands. It's coming to an end. You're moving through and you're going to get to this beautiful expression of your soul here, Cancer. The 8 of Wands as well. Lots of fire energy here. Navigate from the heart. Okay, this is a beautiful green. I was pre-shuffling this deck and this is one of them, the ones that came out. Navigate from the heart. So this is also what you're doing, I think, with this Emperor. You're joining it with this cup energy, which is the emotional energy, okay, spiritual, creative, intuitive, but also the heart, right? So you're moving forward into something, Cancer, and you're putting your heart and soul into it, okay, which is just awesome. This is like a beautiful purpose that's coming through for you. The green here symbolizing the green heart chakra. Okay, so yeah. And I mean, this could be here, you on a subconscious level, perhaps it's like, maybe you're not seeing the wonderful being that you are here, Cancer. You know, maybe you're underestimating just how caring, nurturing, benevolent and powerful you are. Right, you have a lot of talent, skills, gifts and abilities, and maybe there's still part of it that you're not seeing, but I think you will realize it. Okay. Possible outcomes is the 10 of Swords and the Prince of Autumn, so Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, things, 10 of Swords, you know, things are coming to an end, which is, you know, you're stepping into this new thing. Okay, you're building your own life, that your sovereign being, your sovereignty is becoming very apparent to you at this time. Okay, and let's just read under here. It says the resolution of difficulties. Yeah. A weight lifted off your shoulders, absolutely. The end of an addiction or codependency, or it could just be also the end of, and or, you know, the end of a lot of difficult, challenging kind of energies within yourself that you've had to navigate, maybe from past lives as well. Also energies coming around you and stuff like that. So this is, you know, outcome is that that's sort of going to dissipate, okay. And here you have here, dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Usually, you know, about being steady, strong, taking those steps that you need. And you are building. You're building something here. You've got the Emperor twice in your reading, Cancer, which is just, I don't come across that very often. Cautious but wise action. Yep, meticulous. Attention to detail, kindness to others. Yeah. If you're in this Emperor energy, Cancer, you are paying attention to absolutely everything. Okay. How you're structuring your life, the state of your consciousness, where you're placing your energy, where you're placing your time, what you're doing, and you are aiming for this impeccability. Yeah. Yeah. You've got things in the bag, okay, Cancer, which is really awesome. The challenge, we have the Ace of Spring, which is the Ace of Wands. New spiritual beginning and renewal could be in your challenge. It says review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, which is kind of what you're doing. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. And I think of all of these things here that you may have challenges with is self-judgment, okay? Given that perhaps you're underestimating yourself here, okay? This could be a challenge for you is being too hard on yourself. Okay, we'll get some spirit guidance on that as well. Ace of Spring. And I mean, sometimes, you know, there's a call for, if we're trying to be disciplined, we need to be a little bit firm with ourselves, okay? But this is talking about, you know, if you're being overly judgmental of yourself, to kind of like, you know, things are snowballing before you know it, you've talked yourself out of something because you've been so hard on yourself, okay? This is Ace of Wands. It's time to take action. Be fearless and happy. Pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Yeah, I mean, you may also have this feeling of like, you know, it's too good to be true. Okay. So maybe this is like, because these cards are in the area of your challenge. And maybe at times you're going to doubt things and go, well, you know, I don't think this is really going to happen. But we're going to get some spirit guidance here. Guess what the first one is? It's like, Cancer, this is your awakening. Okay? And, you know, this thing about boundaries as well, it's not the spirit guidance thing, is to, if this is you in the middle here, and this is even your ego on the outside, like with the things like berating you, this is like the self-criticism perhaps, or being too hard on yourself, okay? You can take a stand against that. You know, you can take a stand for your well-being and your own sovereignty here, which is, I guess, in the mix. It's sort of in the balance in some ways. You know, Cancer. I mean, we can talk ourselves out of anything and we can talk ourselves into almost anything, right? So really it's about creating boundaries for yourself. And you might need to create boundaries with others too, of course. But it's a little bit like going, well, you've got all these beautiful positive cards here, and then if you're second guessing it, it's a little bit like going, well, no, hang on, let's go back to the beginning here, because in actual fact, Cancer, you are the, you know, Neptune here with his, you know, that's his wand there, and here you are with your wand again. Okay, so it's like, yeah, let's remember that in actual fact, you are the Emperor, you are the Poseidon, you know, or Neptune, whoever that was, you know, taking a stand for yourself here. And I think this is what Spirit's sort of saying, is for you to take a stand for yourself. And, you know, if you're going to have hermit time, which is downtime for the mind, contemplating your soul, which is kind of what you're doing. Hermit is also an earth card, so a call to ground, spend time in nature. I mean, if you're into horse riding and you've got a horse or access to a horse riding could be really cool. But yeah, if you don't have access to a horse, then, you know, walking in nature, doing something, even in your garden, being outdoors, you know, but contemplating your soul. And once again, this is, you know, the renewal and the Ace of Spring is in potential here. So this is a huge influx of vitality, of energy, of inspiration, passion. Okay. So it's sort of suggesting, if this is the area of challenge, is that at times maybe other things are going to come in on top of that energy and dampen it for you. But Spirit's saying, you know, just have boundaries and just go, you know what, I feel really freaking awesome right now. You know, just go, yep, Cancer, that you're going to enjoy that feeling, celebrate it, maybe go spend some time with people that can be in that vibe with you, okay? And the renewal, yeah. Understanding your life purpose. Yep, so this is also about, this is the awakening card, I think. Yeah, awakening, judgment, which is actually in your guidance as well. So, you know, this is about really honouring that you've come so far and that you are going through an awakening. This is in your challenge and this is your spirit guidance. So Spirit's saying, yes, it's actually, you are moving into a really beautiful soul expression of yourself. Okay, confirmation. Review the past so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose. Releasing judgments of yourself and others. Yeah. So there we have it. Oh, let's look at the bottoms of the decks. Wow, Queen of Wands. Talk about that wand energy. Boom, look at that. Fire, passion, inspiration. You, Cancer, doing your thing your way. Okay. We also have the Paladin of Earth Guardians, which is the Knight of Pentacles, which we did have twice here. This is also the Knight of Pentacles energy in this deck. Okay, so taking the steps, making the plans, working out a structure, which is what you're doing. You're in that Emperor. You are building, you're creating the structure, the framework upon which, or the schedule upon which you are going to maintain and keep going until you reach your goal. Your goals, plural, possibly. Wow, the Star. This also jumped out in the pre-shuffle for you. This is your wish, your goal, your dream. Yeah, let's read this. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Yeah, and remember, this was the end of the challenging times coming up for you that has happened just recently. Okay, for you, Cancer. You're definitely moving into a really awesome phase. And the thing is, if you're at the beginning stages of this new phase, I guess that's when that's when more doubt is going to come in, isn't it? So I guess it's really backing yourself here, Seven of Wands, to go, well, look, I'm going to be fending off these doubts as much as I can to the best of my ability, so that when I get X way down the track, that won't feel like it's there anymore so much. You know, maybe a little bit here and there, not a lot, okay? So it could be that maybe, you know, you just have to keep going, persevering until, you know, you're fully through those clouds. Maybe you can see the light at the moment. So yeah. Moon, yeah. So this is the subconscious, you know, Cancer. That is your crap. That's your sign. That's your power sign. That's your power card, isn't it? I think it is. The Moon? No, it's Chariot. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, you're all about the Moon too, though. Subconscious, working out what's real for you and what's not real, you know, what feels in alignment, what resonates and what's not in alignment, what doesn't resonate, you know, making all those decisions. And this is what you're doing. You're literally the Emperor. You're calling the own shot. You're calling the shots on your own life, okay? And this, you know, twice, this is also the Emperor. Sovereign, cohesion. Actually, this is a really beautiful image of the white lion beings, okay? I think that's a collective in Syria or Sirius or Lyra, ancient Lyran, Syrian collective. So maybe these are spirit guides for you, Cancer. Okay, they're actually really beautifully benevolent, loving, and caring. Those guides. So yeah, just yeah, paying attention to your subconscious, looking at your emotions. You know, paying attention to your dreams, and yeah, doing what's in alignment for you. Queen of Wands, I really like this here for you. Okay, and just straight under that, we also have the Three of Cups. Like, there's a lot of joy coming in for you, Cancer. Okay, there's going to be a lot of awesome stuff happening. So I think we'll wrap it up there, but, you know, keep up the fantastic work. You're building something fantastic here. Keep going. Okay, you're on the right track. Look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, an awesome week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.